Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today I am discussing whether or not I was wrong about Google Stadia. Let's just get right to it. Was I wrong about Google Stadia? No, of course not, because I'm a soothsayer, I can see into the future, I'm a freaking wizard, I know everything. No, it's obvious. Everybody knew that this was going to be a colossal failure. I can't recall a single person on YouTube or any article I ever read going, oh yeah, Google Stadia is going to be the best thing. I think there were a couple that said streaming might be the future, that this is just the start, but I just don't see it. And got a whole list right here on all the things that I was already right about. Wow, I'm just going to congratulate myself the whole video. So, it's $130 for essentially a Chromecast and a controller when I've heard that there are already overheating issues with this overpriced Chromecast. Great. Good job, idiots. The thing that we need to play our games on is overheating, and it's this little tiny plastic module, and for some reason they didn't put proper heat sinks in it. There's lots of issues with that. Now, I'm not seeing this happen with a lot of reviewers, but I saw Spawnwave Media talking about it, and I've seen a lot of other people making comments online. Also, there was a shipping issue for a lot of people, so even though they got the Founder Edition of Stadia, they had to wait a lot longer to actually get their hands on it. Good job. Not able to stream in 4K for a lot of people, and yet they're still charging $10 a month. So people are having issues getting it to 4K. And not only are people having issues getting it to 4K, but people are reporting that these games will look worse than the consoles. Now, the consoles being Xbox One X, but still, worse than a console. What is the point of this system? I thought this was to be like a supercomputer that you could stream anywhere. Like the best of the best quality on things that can't run anything. If you are getting less than console quality graphics, your service is pointless. It's absolutely pointless. And the thing is with that 4K streaming, again, not only would you be, or a lot of games aren't even supporting 4K, by the way, reviewers are reporting that they can't use 4K for too long because it uses 4.5 gigs per hour. So reviewers are spending more money on their internet because of data caps. Who called it? This guy. Data caps are an issue a lot of places. I know there's a lot of people in my comment section whenever I talk about data caps going, what in the world is that? And how do you have to deal with that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I have to deal with that because for some reason there are legal monopolies of regions in the area, so internet companies don't have to have any sort of competition. They can do whatever they want. They can charge you for specific set amounts of data, and that's exactly what they do here. So if I go over my data cap, which people are going to go, oh, terabytes a lot. Really? A terabyte's a lot? If you play games, you know a terabyte's not a lot. If you stream anything, you know terabyte will go like that. You want to binge watch some TV shows? Well, you better moderate like water because for some reason, you only have a limited amount. It doesn't make any sense. So, there's a data drought that you have to deal with because of these internet companies having a monopoly, and a lot of people have to deal with that, and that's just how it is. And the fact that people aren't able to even get 4K in a lot of places is another thing that isn't surprising because, their servers aren't going to be handling it, first of all. Second of all, people's internet is just not good enough to do this. A lot of people are not going to have good enough internet to get 4K, even though they're paying $10 a month for your service. A lot of people are going to be duped into thinking, oh, if I spend $10, I'm guaranteed 4K. But a lot of these people I've been reading are dialing their games down to 720p to save data. But even if data isn't an issue for you, people are still having difficulty getting this to work in 4K. And they're having stuttering issues, they're having disconnection issues, they're having lag, they're having so many different things wrong with the service, just like I thought there would be. And also, now, these are games that look worse than the console. You've already spent $130 on this premium thing, and you're spending $10 a month. If you add up all these costs together, you spend a little bit more, you can get a PS4 for $200. That comes with 3 games that you don't have to spend monthly if you don't need to play online. And it's still cheaper than $10 a month. I mean, right now it's on sale for like $40. Constantly, you can find them on eBay, $40-$50 for a year of PlayStation Plus, which gives you more games and better games than what Stadia is going to give you, and more games than what Stadia is going to give you. Tell me again what this is for, who this is for, why this exists. It doesn't make any sense to me still. I'm still baffled that this has ever left the meeting table. So the games are full price. The games are full price. And that was another thing I was getting to when I was talking about pricing. The games are $60 freaking dollars. The games are definitely not going to be dropping in value, or rather in price, because they have zero value, by the way. I want to make that clear, and I will in a second. These games are not going to drop in price nearly as quickly as their physical counterparts, because digital games, I have already seen this happen. I've already seen physical copies of games drop faster and harder than their digital counterparts. Constantly, on a consistent basis, I am seeing the physical discs of PS4 games, Xbox One games, Switch games sometimes, cheaper than their digital counterparts. And I don't understand the logic behind that. It doesn't make sense because it costs money to make a box, make a disc, ship all that stuff, but they don't pass that value down, or the savings rather, down to the consumer. They don't care. They just don't care. And because they don't do that, they don't have to. They don't have to, because a lot of people that buy digital don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. But I do. And with Stadia, you're spending full price on not even a digital game. You are spending full price on a game that you do not own at all. You don't have it installed anywhere. It's not tied to some sort of like magical account where if their servers go down, you still have it. No. Once Google pulls the plug on this, which they will, you're going to lose all your games. On live, everybody that was involved in that lost all their games. People that were really invested into Google Plus, is that what it was called? The social media thing that doesn't exist anymore? Boom, gone. Anything that Google decides is not worth their time and money anymore. Any company like this, any company that decides that this service is no longer worth it, is not going to keep it running just for you. They don't care about you. They're going to cut it out, and you're going to lose everything. And that's what I've been worried about with Steam, honestly. I mean, it could happen with Steam. I mean, Valve is just huge at this point. Like, it's the most successful marketplace out there. It's kind of the universally accepted marketplace. I don't think it's going anywhere, but it is definitely a risk I took with Steam. The thing is, with Steam, I don't have to pay monthly for it. They're constantly updating it. The online is free, besides having to pay for the internet. And it's just a good place to buy games because they put stuff on sale all the time. They integrated Steam Workshop. They've done so many different things to this platform. They've invested a lot of time and effort into it to make it what it is today. Are there lots of flaws with it? Sure. But, like I said, no monthly fee. The games are digitally downloaded to my computer. If I'm offline, I can still access these games. So, I just don't get who the Stadia is for. And that's my main thing. Also, the controller, we got to talk about the controller. I mean, you can use any controller with it, and I know that's going to be people's argument, but the controller they made specifically for the Stadia, $70. What the hell? Why is it so expensive? And supposedly it's not that great. Considering you can get an Xbox One or PS4 controller for $40, constantly on sale, there's no reason to get a Stadia controller. Supposedly, it makes it less laggy because the controller connects to Wi-Fi, something like that. That should not be an issue. You should not have to worry about that. So, that's so dumb. So dumb. And the fact that they didn't make it tricked out for $70. It's like this amazing controller with all the triggers that like a Scuff controller has, or the Xbox Elite controller. They didn't do anything really special with it. So $70 for that, it just doesn't make sense. Also, the launch titles, there's no game on the Stadia that sells the Stadia. There's nothing on Stadia that I'm like, oh man, I have to get Stadia for that game. There's no heavy hitter exclusives. And that's the thing that is really making the PlayStation 4 win. PlayStation 4 has so many exclusives. Xbox just can't compete. Xbox has what? Halo, Gears of War, Forza, and all those games are also on the PC now. So it technically doesn't even have that. So the PlayStation 4 has a lot of killer apps, a lot of killer exclusives. I don't know why I brought up the Xbox. But Stadia has nothing. Stadia just has older games on it. And that's what they continue to put on it. It's like when the Switch was originally kind of doubted by a lot of... It's like the Wii U, really. Let's go all the way back to the Wii U. Developers are treating this like the Wii U. They're just putting games like, yeah, we'll just port that on there, I guess. We'll just, we don't really believe in this product, but we'll just put some games over there. Whatever. It's not going to harm us if it doesn't go well. That's what it's felt like. Especially with the fact that, I guess, Red Dead Redemption 2 may look good, but still doesn't look as good as Xbox One X. That's crazy. That's crazy. So there you go. Failure to launch. And a lot of people are saying that this doesn't mean that it's dead. Stadia's dead, everyone. Stadia, I can already declare dead. You guys can clip this if you want and play it back to me and make me look like an idiot in the future as Google takes over and Stadia is the best console in the market. If Google had successfully gone through and put their Google Fiber everywhere, if Google Fiber was the competitor to Comcast, AT&T, Spectrum, all the big internet companies, cable companies, then I could see Stadia being a thing. I really could. Stadia would have had a shot if Google Fiber was more readily accessible. If everybody had unlimited fiber optic internet, I could see Stadia being a thing. But as it stands today, in 2019, when we still have data caps and monopolies and people not allowing companies to grow, even though that's what capitalism is supposed to be, we don't all have fiber. We don't all have unlimited internet. So Stadia is going to die. Stadia is dead. Failure to launch, and it's going to be a failure to succeed in the slightest. I don't see this even being a niche thing. There's not enough of a market out there for it. And I've been saying that since day one. I don't know why they went through with it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you guys think about the Stadia in the comments down below. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.